Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be continuing some series that I'm in the middle of. So I have quite a few sequels that are on my radar that I am feeling like I really need to get to, and I'm feeling like I'm in the mood for each and every one of these books, so I'm excited to read them. One of them, I will say, I am in a bit of a time crunch to read. I need to go ahead and get it read because it is my book club book and we are meeting tomorrow night. So I do kind of need to get this one read first, so it will be the one that I'm starting with for this video, and I have actually already started it, but I decided that I was going to film this video and it could go in there. So we're starting off with this one, and that is Score by Kennedy Ryan. This is the second book in the Hollywood Renaissance series. I loved Real when I read it back in May, and so I was so excited when we decided to pick this book as our new one, and already I've started it. I'm not very far. I'm just on chapter 4, page 39, and already I'm really enjoying it. I did end up starting this yesterday. I did not get as much reading done as I would have liked, but I am hoping to get a little bit of reading done here tonight. I don't know how much reading I'll be able to get done just because I am going to help my friend do some moving, so we'll see how much of this I can get read. I'm hoping to read at least a little bit before I go over there, but this is a book that I'm starting with. And then also on the TBR that I'm hoping to get to in this video, and in no particular order, we've got Broken by Daylight by Elizabeth Helen. This is the 4th book in the Beasts of the Briar series, and this book is massive, but I am having such a good time reading this series and I do want to continue in it. The way that the last book ended off, there are some things that I just need to know about, so I am wanting to potentially pick this book up in this video. I have been low-key kind of putting this off because I know that like book 6 doesn't come out until later this year, but I'm having such a good time with this series. Like, I just can't believe that I almost didn't pick this series up, and I had been hearing about it, and I'm so glad that I picked it up because I'm absolutely having the best time. Then we've got Rights of the Starling by Daphne Perry. This is the second book in the Shield of Sparrows series, and I haven't read it. I feel like I was super on the money last year with Shield of Sparrows when I read it. Like, I read it within like the first month or so of it coming out, and this one just been kind of waiting on me to pick it up, so hopefully I can get to it in this video. Next, we've got an anticipated release that just came out the other day, and that is Into the Fading Twilight by Catherine Cowles. This is the second book in the Starlight Grove series. I loved the first book. The first book in the series was so good, and so I wanted to get into the second one, especially considering who we're following. So I feel like I definitely am going to be picking this up soon. It literally just got delivered a few days ago, and I've been thinking about it ever since. And finally, we've got Broken Dove by Dani Francis, and yeah, I have been putting this off. I've heard some pretty mixed things about this book, so I'm like, I don't know if I am going to like it or not. I hear that it takes a different direction than book 1 did, which is completely fine, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, and especially with dystopian, and just from like reading dystopian when I was like younger, I always felt like the second book was kind of like a filler book and that we weren't really getting a whole lot. So I feel like that has kind of put like a damper on me wanting to pick this up super soon, but I have been hearing that I need to pick this up, so hopefully I can get to it in this video. But I am super excited to read this because I did really enjoy book 1. So that is a bit of my TBR for this video. I don't know how long I'm going to be filming this video for. We'll see. I'm hoping that I can get some like really good reading done over the next few days, and we'll see. But for now, I am going to get into Score for a little bit, see how much of this I can get read before it's time for me to head out. Back home from I don't even want to say helping them move because I did not help. But we did go out to eat and I'm now back home. But I have just a small reading update, but I do have some packages to unbox, so we're gonna do that. As far as my reading update and score, we'll start here. So I am now on page 100, which is the start of chapter 12. And this book already, I am like interested in it, but at the same time, I'm kind of wanting to get to them in their like present timeline. Like I'm really just feeling like not necessarily bored with them like back in school, because I feel like it's giving us a lot of like backstory on things that we need to know about and like how things went wrong in their relationship and why it is a second chance. So I mean, I like that we are getting that, and I will say that I like that this book so far has not been told in like flashbacks. It seems like it's told in like acts essentially. So it's like you have them in college at this point and then you have like them now, I guess. I don't know. I'm only still in the first part, so I'm not exactly sure where it's going to go from there as far as like what is told in the parts, but I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely going to finish this tomorrow. I don't think I'll read any more tonight just because it is like 10 o'clock and I am tired. So I thought I'd give that quick little update on this, and we will get into the packages. So I've got 3 packages here. We've got 2 subscription boxes and a Pango order. So I am on a slight book buying ban because I really went overboard the last few months. And so I am trying to do a little bit better with buying and reading. So right now I'm limiting myself to pre-orders and subscription boxes. And I will say like this Pango order, I used money that I had in my Pango account, so it didn't actually come out of my bank account. So I feel like it doesn't count. Plus it's my book buying ban, so I can like obviously do it how I want. But I did grab Aardvark this month because I have skipped a couple months because I wasn't really super into the picks that they had. But this month I got 2 picks. So the first pick that I got was Die For Me by Charlene Obobi. And this is a paranormal romance about vampires. And while I have read a book from this author before and I DNF'd it, I am really intrigued by this one and I feel like I'm going to enjoy this one. Plus like this one just sounded like it was going to be up my alley, and I love this cover. I think this cover is absolutely stunning. So super excited to have this, and hopefully I'm going to like it. And then I also got Every Version of You by Natalie Messer, and I think I saw like one TikTok about this and I was going to pre-order it, but then I saw that it was the Aardvark pick for the month, so I decided to grab it here instead. So happy to have this as well. I've heard that this one is really, really good as well. And then of course inside the box it comes with the 2 bookmarks, one for each book, and then of course the little Instagram challenge postcard situation. So happy to have those. Of course, if you didn't know, these are my absolute favorite bookmarks of all time. Next up, we've got the Pango order, and this is such cute wrapping. Okay, so this is a book that I decided to get secondhand because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but the hype has started to get to me, and so I decided to pick it up. That is Starside by Alex Astor. If you're not new here, you know that I have read 2 books from Alex Astor and did not like either one of them, but I've been hearing so much about this. People are saying that it's so good, and I fear the hype is getting to me. So I did decide to pick this up, and hopefully I'll like it, but if not, that's okay. Then I'll just know that Alex Astor is not an author for me. I do try to give each author 3 chances to make sure that I don't like them. And so this is her adult debut, so maybe this one might work for me, but we'll see. I purchased it on Pango, so not that big of a deal if I don't like it. And then for this final box, this is my Probably Smut subscription box, which is a romance only special edition book box. And so in this one, it always comes with some little stickers which go with the theme of the book. So it always comes with these little stickers, and then it comes like wrapped up like this, and they do always come with these like book review pages. and it comes with a like bookmark annotation key. So this is what the suggested annotation key is, and then it always has like some sort of design that coincides with the book on it. And then we've got our sticky tabs that match the key and that are color dropped from the cover of the special edition book, so that way you can have your like aesthetic annotations. And the book for this month was Fever Dream by Elsie Silver, and this is of course a special edition. And this has like, I'm not exactly sure what kind of art this is, but it's giving like similar to Done and Dusted cover, but she's absolutely stunning. And the back says, because while I've always sworn I wouldn't date a cowboy, I'd be willing to make an exception for this one. And yeah, this is a super, super pretty edition of this book, and I am excited to have it and hope I'm going to like it, because I do really enjoy Elsie Silver's books. So I'm hoping that I will like this one. So that is my little book haul situation that I've got going on here. So these are the 4 books that I sort of picked up but also didn't really pick up because it's mostly subscription box stuff, but thought I would do that unboxing for you and let you know about my book buying ban that I'm trying to stick to. So definitely for the month of July, definitely not in August, since August is my birthday month, and I definitely have plans to go book shopping in August because of course, like, it's my birthday, I'll treat myself. And yeah, so anyway, that is my update for now. I'll probably talk to you guys tomorrow once I've made some more progress in SCORE, but like I mentioned, I don't think I'm probably going to read any more tonight. So with that being said, I will talk to you guys next time I have some updates on SCORE. Finished SCORE and I'm rating this book 4 stars. This book was good. I will say I feel like I do like Real better, but this one was still really good. I loved the way that this was told, in the fact that we were able to get so much information about their past without it being dual timeline. Like, it was told in movements, and so it's like you start out when they're in college, and it's like you have part 1, it's like they're in college, you see how they meet, you see their relationship that they had while they were in college, you kind of see the fallout, and then we move on to the next movement, which ends up giving you, which I mean it technically is like a flashback movement, because we get the way that Verity is kind of traumatized by her past, so we do see that. And then we move on after that to a couple years after they broke up the first time. We have that movement, we're seeing kind of how things are at that point in time, and then we eventually get into like the present timeline, and it does kind of sort of run parallel to Real in their like present timeline, but we obviously don't get as many details as we do in Real of like the film set, the movie, and all of that. But I did enjoy the way that this was told. I really liked the pacing of it. I thought it was good. I will say this book was like extra spicy compared to what I feel like other Kennedy Ryan books are that I've read, so definitely kind of go into that with caution if that is something that you are not interested in reading about. But overall, I really enjoyed this. I'm so excited to go to book club here in like an hour to talk about this with the girls, and hopefully everyone rated it highly. I feel like we all have just really loved the Kennedy Ryan books that we've all read together, and so I'm excited to discuss this one. So super excited to have finished this, and I don't know what I'm gonna pick up next. I have like an itch of what I want to pick up next, but I'm not sure yet. I am gonna go to book club first before I decide, and then we'll see like when I come back home if I have made a decision or not, or if I just decide to wait until tomorrow to start something new. We'll see. But I am about to go start getting ready because it is just after 6 and I do need to get ready and give Navy his dinner and stuff so that way he can eat before I leave. And yeah, so that is my update for now, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Starting Broken by Daylight this morning, and I'm making pretty decent headway in it. I'm definitely not finishing this today because this is an absolute brick of a book, but I am currently on chapter 28, which I had to stop in the middle of the chapter because I was at the pool doing a little bit of reading, and then it decided to start thunderstorming, so I had to come back home. And now I'm home, I'm showered and everything, and I'm like in for the rest of the night until the Love Island finale tonight. So I'm definitely planning on doing some reading until then. There's still a few hours, but I definitely think that I can potentially get like at least halfway into this book, I think. But so far I feel like we're like setting up for things that are going to happen later on in the book. Like, we are 4 books in now, and there's already been so much that's already happened. And with this book being as long as it is, I'm expecting there, of course, to be quite a bit of filler in it. So I feel like right now we have had some things go on because we did kind of start off like almost exactly where we ended in the last book. And so we're just kind of like progressing from there. And I mean, I'm enjoying it. I am feeling like things are a little bit slow at where I'm at right now, but with this series, like, things don't tend to stay slow for very long. So I'm interested to see where we're gonna go, but I am enjoying it so far, and I am going to keep reading. But I thought I'd just pop in and give a quick little update, let you know that this is what I decided to start. And I'll probably update again once I have more thoughts and feelings on this book. But right now I'm just gonna try not to fall asleep because it's raining and I've been in the sun and now I'm tired. Morning. I have to be kind of quick with this update because I have to run off to go to work. But I read more of Broken by Daylight by Elizabeth Helen last night after watching the Love Island finale, which honestly, we knew that Brennedy was gonna win, but Anaya and Carl are like my OTP. So anyways, in Broken by Daylight, so I ended up staying up until like almost 11 p.m. reading this last night because it was getting so good. And we got a reveal right before I ended where I like paused last night, and like I did not see that coming. I had no idea that this certain person was actually this other person. And if you know, you know, it's like chapter 78-ish, I want to say, or like chapter 76. If you know, you know. but I am like almost 70% of the way into this, and I definitely see myself finishing this book today. I have been absolutely flying through this. As we know, I started it yesterday, and now here we are, and I'm about to finish it. I am going to have a semi-busy day today. I should be at my desk a majority of the day, so I should be able to listen to the audiobook, but there will be parts of my day where I will be away from my desk, so I won't be able to do any listening. But I am expecting to finish this today, especially since Love Island is now over, and now I get to dedicate my time between 7:35 and 9 p.m. to reading. So we'll be doing that. But anyways, thought I'd pop in and give that really quick update, let you guys know that I was going to be finishing Broken by Daylight today, and that I'm having a good time. I'm absolutely flying through it and cannot wait for the next book. I just know that this one's gonna end probably on a cliffhanger, and I'm just having the best time reading this series. And honestly, like 4 books in, I just cannot recommend it enough. It's literally so fun. So anyways, that's my update. I'm gonna run off to work, and I will talk to you when I get home. I'm home from work now, and I have a reading update. I also have this box to open, which this is so exciting. I cannot believe that these are here, and I cannot wait to unbox these with you guys. But first, let's give our reading update. So I am still currently reading Broken by Daylight. I did get some pretty good progress made in this today. I am now about here. So I'm currently on chapter 112, and I have been eating this book up. I've been absolutely devouring this book. I have been thinking about it nonstop and have not wanted to put it down. So have been really enjoying my time. I'm so intrigued to see where this book is gonna go. There's some things going on with Farron that I'm like, what's going on? So I'm very curious about that. And I'm hoping to get some reveals here soon, especially with Ezra and Cass. I feel like they need to have a conversation real bad, because right now they're like fighting, and if you know, you know. But yeah, I feel like this book is going in a direction that I had no clue about. Like there are some things that have happened, and I'm like, okay, I feel like this is like blatantly obvious about what's going on and like where the story is going. But every once in a while they throw me for a loop, and I'm absolutely loving it and eating it up. And this series is so fun, even though the books just keep getting thicker and thicker, because this right here is like an actual brick. And I know the next book is even longer than this one. So yeah, but I'm having a really good time reading this, and I definitely do see myself finishing this definitely tonight, and then I will probably start the next book as well tonight, especially now that Love Island is over. Like, I know we talked about it already, but like I'm still not over it. But anyway, so let's get into this box. So I ordered this I think like sometime in June. So this is a special edition set of one of my favorite series. And I will say, like, I do kind of wish that we could have ordered them individually, but they sold them as a set. So I did obviously just grab the entire box set. Okay, so they're literally inside of this. Okay, this is like my first time seeing them in person. I'm so excited. Oh, it looks like they're upside down, so we're gonna go this way. Okay. Okay, if you can't tell so far, this is the Windy City series special editions. First, we've got Mile High, and I am going to, they are like plastic wrapped, and I am going to take them out so I can turn the dust jackets around, because the reason that I got these was because of the art on the other side of these. So this is what Mile High is looking like with the skyline cover. And the back, we've got The Right Move and the back. Like, I was not sure what I was going to think about these, but like in person, they're actually so stunning. We've got Caught Up, super cute. And then we've got my favorite in the series, and that is Play Along, Kennedy and Isaiah's book. And then of course we've got Rewind It Back, which is Rio and Hallie's book. And so I am going to, I did not bring anything to, I'm like scared because I don't want to like slice them, you know, because like these were expensive. They're actually so stunning. Oh my goodness. Okay, so taking it out, I will say, like, the Naked hardback isn't exactly my favorite, but here is Rewind It Back one, and then You're My Childhood Dream on the back. And then, of course, it's got like the skyline sprayed edge. And then on the inside, this one has the Chicago Raptors arena on the inside cover, and then this is the back, which is their childhood rooms where they were next door neighbors. Literally, that is so fun. And then, of course, in my opinion, the star of the show, the reversible dust jacket with the women on it. Are you kidding, Hallie? Stop. These are literally so stunning. And the back says, when I look at Hallie, all I see is the girl from my past, my literal favorite person. Ah, these are stunning. Oh my goodness. These are absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh. I can't believe these are real. I can't believe these are in my hand. Like, and I want to say Mile High is signed because I got the first run of the books. Okay, here's Play Along. Here is the Naked Come On Wife Play Along on the back. Oh my gosh, I love this book so much. And then the inside dust jacket is Kennedy looking absolutely incredible. This artwork is absolutely incredible. Like, this is my favorite book in the series. Like, I'm so obsessed. And I fear that I'm gonna have to turn this one. I'm always like nervous of reversible dust jackets because like the folding, I'm like terrified of the folding. So let me put this one on this way. Oh, this one on the inside has the inside of the baseball team's locker room, the Windy City Warriors, and then the back is the apartment. Oh my gosh, like that's so good. That's stunning. That is literally so stunning. And then I want to say that like Miller's artwork is probably my favorite of all of the covers. While Caught Up is not my favorite in the series, I do still love this book and I love Miller, and I know that this artwork is absolutely gorgeous and I'm so excited. I literally just still cannot believe that these are in my hands. But so we've got Caught Up with the teal edges, and we've got the Windy City Warriors football field, and we've got Miller's van outside of Kai's house, which is so cute. Oh, here's also the Naked hardback. Says today was a good day. And then we've got Miller's artwork. Oh my gosh, like stop. She's so stunning. Like in the orange. Oh, it just is such a good contrast in like her tattoos. Oh my gosh, it's literally so stunning. Okay, next is The Right Move. And of course this is Ryan and Indy's book. And so the cover, Sometimes the Quietest Love is the Loudest. Stunning. And then we've got the Chicago Devils basketball court. And then we've got the campfire camping situation. And then of course we've got Indy, and she's looking absolutely stunning for it. Like this artwork is literally so beautiful. Like I cannot get over it. And I will say like I was a little skeptical because I will say like I wasn't absolutely obsessed with the artwork other than like the women covers when I originally saw them. But honestly in person, like the artwork is so good. Like it's even better than I thought. Like, and I didn't dislike the artwork. Like I definitely liked it enough to purchase it, to buy it, but just seeing it in person, it's like even more stunning than I could have even thought or imagined. And then of course we've got Mile High, which this one is so stunning. Like I just love the blue and the yellow. Like, oh, it's so good. And then of course on the Naked, it's like, and the back says You Following Me. And then on the inside we've got the plane for the Raptors, and the back art is the shelter that Stevie worked at and like volunteered at, so that's so fun and cute. And then of course on the other side we've got Stevie like absolutely stunning, of course. And oh my gosh, literally I cannot believe that I have these, that these are in my hands. And yeah, so this first Mile High is signed, and literally I cannot believe that I'm holding these. Here is the skylines all lined up. It's all lined up. Oh my gosh, these are actually so gorgeous. I gotta find a place for these on my shelves. Like, they're literally so stunning. They're gorgeous. Oh my god, I still just like cannot believe that these are in my house. I'm like literally touching these and holding these. I can't get over it. This is like literally one of my favorite series of all time. Definitely like my favorite sports romance series, I'd have to say. And yeah, still like just cannot get over that these are here, that I even got them. Like, oh my gosh. But I'm so excited. Anyways, that's my update on my book and my unboxing. And I am going to go read. I'm probably also gonna get some dinner because I'm hungry, and then do some reading. So I am expecting to update again here in a few to let you know that I finished Broken by Daylight. I just finished Broken by Daylight, and I think I'm rating this book 4 stars. So this book was good. Okay, maybe I'll rate it 4.5. I don't know, because I absolutely flew through this. Like, this book is so thick and I finished it in 2 days. Like, this was so good. And like, it definitely had its slow moments. Like, there were definitely times where I was like, okay, we could be doing something else. But for the most part, like, I feel like it really flowed. I feel like we're really getting to where we're going. I don't really feel like the series is lulling much. I feel like I'm enjoying every single book. And I don't know, I just really, really enjoyed it. I'm definitely intrigued to see where things go in the next book. There were some things that happened in this one that I was like, oh my goodness, like, how is this going to affect us in the future? And so I'm excited to find out. I definitely will be reading the next book soon. I know that book 6 comes out in like a week. I think it's next Tuesday from when I'm filming this. So it'll be out soon. And then I think the 7th and final book comes out in October sometime. But I am absolutely enjoying this and definitely recommend the series if you're looking for a why choose romantasy, Beauty and the Beast retelling, something that's like super easy to get into, something that's not super hard to follow with like crazy world building or anything like that, and just like an overall really good time. I would recommend this series. This was so good and so fun, and I'm so glad that I read this. And so I think because I'm torn between like a 4 and a 4.5, I think I must settle on a 4.25 just because that's in the middle. But yeah, so had a good time reading this, would definitely recommend. But now that I'm done with this absolute brick of a book, we will be moving on to the next book that I'm going to be reading for this video and the next series that I'm going to be continuing, and that is going to be Into the Fading Twilight by Catherine Cowles. This is the second book in the Starlight Grove series. I have been anticipating this book since I finished Across the Vanishing Sky, and I'm so excited to dive back into this book. So I will be starting this next. It is just after 8 p.m. so I am expecting to be awake for around another hour to hour and a half-ish. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this in this time. I did make some cookies, so I'm about to go make like a little cookie sandwich situation and have a little sweet treat. And then I'm going to read as much of this as I can before going to bed. So thought I'd pop in, give my thoughts on Broken by Daylight, and let you know what I'm planning on starting next. This book is pretty short, so I definitely feel like this one will probably be a pretty quick read, but I'm so excited for this one. I feel like I always just absolutely eat up Catherine Cowles' books, and especially in like one sitting. But I'm not staying up all night to read this book. I'm not doing it. I do have to go to work tomorrow. I will not be staying up all night, but I am excited to get into this one. Give a really quick update before I leave to go to work because it is time for me to leave. But as we saw, I started Into the Fading Twilight by Catherine Cowles last night, and I made it to chapter 7, which is page 58. So I'm about like 10-ish or so, if I had to guess, maybe 15-ish% into the book. and I am enjoying it so far. I just love Catherine Cowles' writing, and I am glad to be back in Starlight Grove, and we're following Nova. And yeah, it's been, I think, like 4 months since the ending of the last book, and so we're kind of seeing how Nova's navigating everything, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I definitely see myself getting a lot of this listened to today. Hopefully I am expecting to have a like medium busy day today at work, so we'll see how much of this I can actually get read, but I definitely do see myself finishing this today as well, just because even if I don't have a lot of time to listen while I'm at work, I definitely plan on reading this when I get home tonight. So that is my quick little update on Into the Fading Twilight. I'm gonna head out to work, and I will talk to you guys probably once I get home and let you know what my progress was in Into the Fading Twilight. I am home from work. I have some updates. I have packages, and it's getting ready to thunderstorm. I think it's been like storming off and on all day, and so I think it's about to start again, but I am like dead on my feet. I just spent the last like hour and a half maybe like not necessarily cleaning out, but like organizing my garage so that way I can park my car in there again, because my garage has been a mess. Like my dad has essentially taken over my garage because he is replacing my floors in all of the rooms that have carpet, and so very appreciative and grateful that he is doing that for me. However, that does leave my garage as a mess, and I did actually I don't even know if you would call it inherit, because I don't really know if that's like the correct word for it, but essentially I inherited my mom's car when she passed away. So I now have 2 vehicles, and I am in the process of trying to sell her vehicle, but that's taking a lot longer than anticipated and is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So I am still in possession of that car alongside my car, and so I have been parking her car in my garage, and I've just been parking outside because that's just been a little bit easier since the garage is such a mess. And my garage obviously does comfortably fit 2 cars, but the way that everything was just like placed, 2 cars were not fitting in there. So I decided to take it upon myself to organize the garage so I could park my car in the garage alongside her car. And I also did that because for like 2 nights in a row last week, I think, there were people outside like jiggling the handles, like trying to get into people's cars, like if they left their cars unlocked, and I just don't love that. So I have decided to take it into my own hands and start parking my car in the garage again. And if my dad comes over, whenever he's coming over to finish the final bedroom with the floors, then we'll worry about the cars then. But for now, they fit, I can walk around, I can get in, and that's all that matters. So that was a very long tangent to tell you that I am now tired, and I know that tomorrow my body is going to be sore because I did also have to put the rest of the flooring, because I needed like 3 more boxes, but I ordered 4 of flooring. It did get delivered today, which is crazy because it only took a week this time around, when last time it took like almost 8 weeks, but I digress. But so I had to take it out of my car and put it in the garage with the rest of the flooring for the last bedroom. So said all that to say, I'm tired and I'm ready to lay down. But I do have a reading update. I also have packages to unbox, so we are going to do the packages. I think one of these is a book and one of these is not. So this first one is a book. This is from Barnes & Noble. This is a pre-order, and so this technically does not violate my ban, but Kindle broke her ban today. So basically I no longer have to be on a ban, but I am going to try and like curb my urge to purchase. So that is where I'm at. But the book that I ended up getting was In Stormy Weather by Chelsea Curto. And I wasn't sure if it was going to be like the metallic letters or not, but honestly, I love that. That's so cute. But so yeah, this is the pre-order from my new release Tuesday today, and I think it's so fun. I will say, like, I am obsessed with Brittany Keller, who does the artwork for this, because she also did the artwork on my Windy City special editions of like the female cover, like the women of the Windy City side of the covers, and I just am so obsessed with her art style. Like, I just think It's absolutely so stunning, but I'm super excited to have this and I cannot wait to read this. I think this is Chelsea Curto's first traditionally published book. I know her other books did get picked up, but I think this is the first one that she's written like fully trad, so that's so exciting. I love that for her. I have read quite a few of her books actually, and so I'm super excited to have this now. So I will be picking this up probably soon. And then this last package is from Amazon, and this is not book related. Okay, yeah, this is definitely not book related. So these are my like Zevo plugins, like refills. And what's so crazy is that I could have sworn that I had to order like the actual Zevo brand. Is that what this is? Because I have like the mini ones too. Like I have the regular size and a mini one. And so if I ordered the Zevo brand refills to get an off-brand refill, like what the heck? Because there's no way I paid like, I'm gonna check on that, because there's no way I paid Zevo price for non-Zevo refills because I couldn't find any non-Zevo refills. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how dare they do that to me? Because what do you mean I paid Zevo price for non-Zevo? Like, hello? And it's not about me paying Zevo because that's what I wanted. I literally could not find the off-brand ones. Like, I'm telling you, like, I love to save a buck when I can, and I was trying to save a buck on that and it would not let me. So hate that for me, but I will be looking into that because that's kind of outrageous. But anyway, so hopefully we're done ranting. Reading update. So, Into the Fading Twilight by Catherine Cowles. I am a book up. I was absolutely kicking my feet and giggling when I was reading this earlier. I am currently on page 173, which is chapter 22. And Cole, I love Cole. I feel like he is just so thoughtful. And I feel like he really is so in tune with Nova, especially after everything that Nova has gone through. And I feel like it just shows in his actions. And Nova can't be touched, but recently they touched and it was just so good. I was like, oh my gosh, like literally I'm loving it. I love it here. I love Catherine Cowles' books. And of course we're starting to get more into like the suspenseful side of things and starting to kind of like learn more about this unknown subject who is about to start causing havoc in the town. And I'm just having such a good time. I feel like Catherine Cowles' books are just so easy to read. They're so fast paced. They're a good time. And do they get to be a little repetitive? Sure. But I love them. And I feel like that sometimes that's just what you need. And I'm so excited to continue reading this, and I'm definitely going to try and finish this book tonight. It is currently 7 o'clock, so I definitely feel like I could probably finish it. So I'm just going to sit down and read. I've already eaten dinner and everything like that, but I must say I am very, very sleepy. So I'm going to put In Stormy Weather into my Notion really quickly, and then I'm going to get to reading. I did not finish Into the Fading Twilight last night, but I did finish it a few minutes ago, and I enjoyed this. I am rating this book 4 stars. I feel like this was a good book to continue in the series. I will say I feel like I enjoyed book 1 just a tiny bit more. I feel like it was a little bit more fleshed out than this one. Like this one was still like had a still very good storyline, but it did feel almost like insta-lovey in some instances. But I mean, for the most part, I really enjoyed my time reading this. I loved following Nova after the ordeal of everything that happened in book 1. And I liked Cole as a main character, and I loved the dynamic with him and his daughter. And I thought this was like a really good single dad romance. I felt like the stuff around Nova's trauma was handled very well, and I really liked the therapy talk in this. And I was definitely surprised by the person who was committing the crime, the unsub. And so yeah, I feel like all around I just had such a good time reading this. Loved the audiobook and would definitely recommend it. But yeah, now that I am done with this, I will be reading the last book for this video. I thought I was gonna have time to get 2 more in, but I honestly don't even know if I'll have time for this one. But I am about to start Rights of the Starling by Debney Perry. So it was obviously between this one and Broken Dove. and I do really want to read Broken Dove, but I think this one is a little bit higher of a priority right now than that one is. But I definitely will be reading that one probably still after I finish this one, but it'll just be in a different video because I do have plans to film a video this weekend that book can go in. So I think this is what I will be starting next. I do have plans to start this tonight. It is on Kindle Unlimited, I believe. And I just love Daphne Perry's writing, so I feel like I will be able to get into this. I know that I read the first book like pretty quickly, so I'm hoping that this one is the same. I'm excited to see where we go in the series. So this is the next book that I'm restarting. I did just get home from work and Navy from daycare, so I am going to get us both some food here soon and just hopefully do some reading for the rest of the evening. So with that being said, I'll update once I have started Rights of the Starling and if I have any thoughts and things on it. Getting ready to go to bed, but I wanted to give my update on Rights of the Starling. So I have read a little bit in it. I know it's kind of hard to tell because of the sprayed edge, but so I would say I'm probably like a quarter of the way in. Like I've read about this much. I'm currently on page 121, which is the start of chapter 15. And so far there has been a lot of traveling and I don't love travel fantasy. I in fact actually really hate travel fantasy. Like it's just not fun to read about for me, and especially considering like our main two characters are not together. Like I heard that as a complaint, I want to say, like from a couple people who have already read this, saying that one of their like major complaints about this book is that our two main characters and our love interests are not together for a majority of the book. And I'm definitely seeing that. Like it's definitely giving they're not gonna find each other anytime soon, but it seems like with these new characters they're gonna play like a really big role in the story going forward, which I think this is only a trilogy, so there is only one more book after this if I'm not mistaken. And so like obviously whatever happens in this book is setting up for the final book, the conclusion. And I feel like it's very obvious to me that our new character and Odessa are like meant to find each other because there is something that we don't necessarily know about from Odessa's past that it seems like her past is a little murky, or maybe like we're gonna learn some things about her past and like why she is the way that she is, and like nothing is like kind of really as it seems. At least that's what it seems like to me, the way that it's going. And we also haven't heard from Ransom since like chapter 2. Where's he at? I'm trying to hear from him too. Like I know they're not together, but like I want to know about what he's doing, like where he's going, like how he's trying to find Odessa, and like, you know, like what he's got going on. And like we haven't even thought about him since chapter 2. Or I will say Odessa thinks about him, but like, I mean like his point of view, like obviously, but I don't know. We're definitely getting a lot with Odessa and this new character. And so obviously I feel like they're gonna make their way towards each other. That seems like the direction that it's going. And I don't know. It says a sparrow's fate, a warrior's quest, the journey is only beginning. And like, it's definitely giving that. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I am not like hating it, but I'm definitely not loving it. I'm not like super intrigued, but I'm not necessarily like bored out of my mind. So we'll see. I am going to continue reading this tomorrow, of course. I am hoping that maybe I can, you know, get a pretty hefty chunk of this read tomorrow. We will see. I was able to grab the audiobook from my library so I can listen while I'm at work tomorrow, but we'll see how my day ends up going. But thought I'd pop in and give the update really quickly of where I'm like leaving off in this before I go to bed. So that's my update, and I will probably talk to you tomorrow once I have more updates on Rights of the Starling. I have a reading update and a package to unbox. So we will start with the reading update. So I have been reading Rights of the Starling by Daphne Perry, and I'm hoping to finish this tonight, but I will say I haven't been feeling the best. So I have been home for a little while and I have not picked up a book at all. I literally took a nap and did some doom scrolling. So I'm hoping now that I've like showered and gotten in my pajamas and everything that I'm a little bit more willing and open to doing some reading now. But I have made it a pretty decent chunk of the way into Rights of the Starling. So I am currently on chapter 40, which is page 309. So I have like just over 150 pages left in this book. And so I definitely feel like that is doable for me to finish tonight potentially, especially because I want this video to go up tomorrow. So I do kind of need to speed it up a little bit so that I have time to edit. But good thing I'm off work tomorrow, so that way I can wake up in the morning and edit this video. But that is my update on this. So as far as this package, so I know we talked about me going on a book buying ban, and technically these books were free. Well, I mean, technically they were like $6, but technically they were free because Paige and Vine did a giveaway on their Instagram and I won. So I got $100 worth of books from their website. They have been a publisher that I've been really watching this past year. I have read a few books from them this year so far and I've enjoyed every single one of them. So I have been having my eye on them. So the fact that I entered this giveaway and won was absolutely insane. I literally never win giveaways. I think this is like the first giveaway that I've ever won. And especially that it was like $100 worth of books is absolutely insane. And I'm so incredibly grateful. So with that, let's unbox what's in here. So I think I got 9 books. And it came with this little postcard situation. It says, show off your book mail, snap a photo and share it on social media. Don't forget to tag us. And it just has like their socials on it. So, okay. Already on top, I will be filling out my white bookshelf, so I'm super excited about that. So we're just gonna kind of go in the order that they're stacked. So first off, we have Off Your Game by Susan Renee, and this is a hockey romance. This is the first book in the Chicago Red Tail series, and this says, good looks and wads of cash usually get me whatever I desire unless I desire a box of my favorite cereal at the grocery store right before it closes. As if tonight's loss wasn't bad enough, I'm now watching said box of cereal, my literal good luck charm, disappear in some woman's cart. The brazen woman denies my cash offer along with my proposal for a more intimate payment. How much loss can a man take in one day? At this point, who cares how rude I am to her? She's public enemy number 1, and chances of seeing her again are slim to none. That is, until she appears at the arena the next morning as the newest marketing rep for the Chicago Red Tails hockey team. Just my luck. Okay, that sounds fun. I feel like I am really interested in that, and I feel like that sounds like a really good time. So sounds like something I would enjoy. Next, we've got Corrupted Chaos by Cheyenne Rose, and I'm not sure if this I think this could be the first one in the series. I know that this is a series, and this is not gonna go on my white bookshelf. I thought it was because like the cover is white, but no, the spines are not. So let's see. I want to say this is like a dark-ish romance, but I also think that this is the first book in the series. This one says, my enemy doesn't make the rules behind closed doors even if he is my boss. Cade Armanelli might be an infamous hacker with billionaire status who operates better alone, but I earned my spot working alongside him whether he likes it or not. It's precisely why I'm on the first plane to an undisclosed location for our cybersecurity team retreat. I'm ready to prove to our company that I can handle anything except sharing a cabin and a bed with my meticulous, elusive boss. Okay, that sounds fun. I think I've heard people talking about this series before, but I'm excited to get into this. I want to say this is the first one, potentially. I think it's like a series of standalones. So there's that one. Then I got the whole series. So I got book 2, which is Fractured Freedom. And this one, I'm pretty sure is book 2. And this one says, Is it so bad that I tricked my older brother's best friend into taking my virginity? Maybe. In my defense, it was Dante Reed, my crush, my first love, and the one I ended up pushing away. Our paths split in opposite directions. I went to college on one coast while he returned to work with the U.S. Army on the other. The end, or so I thought. After graduating and attempting a bucket list of self-discovery, guess who I find standing outside the jail, bailing me out from a crime I didn't commit? Dante freaking Reed. This time with more muscles, more tattoos, and more demands. One of which is to move in across the hall from him so he can keep me safe, like I need protection after a little felony mix-up. I don't, unless it's from him, because Dante has been my downfall before. And living next to the guy I gave my innocence to a long time ago may actually end in my complete devastation. So, brother's best friend, forced proximity, sounds fun. Then we've got Shattered Vows, and this is the last one in the series. I think it's just a trilogy. And this one says, I've traded my hand in marriage for 6 months to save my city. To Sebastian Armanelli. Wasn't he in the first one? Kate. Okay, so the brothers got it. Most powerful man in the city and the hottest one night stand of my life. My new husband promises to be a gentleman by day and play his part, but in the dark of night, he's commanding, ruthless, and possessive. I'm starting to feel he can't share what's his, and that now includes me, his lawfully wedded wife. Marriage of Convenience. Sounds right up my alley. Super excited to get into this. Next, we've got The Story We Wrote by M. Hartley. This is the first book in the Fair Cloud series, and I think this one is a cowboy romance. Like, that's the kind of vibe it's giving with like the paisley background. And it says, I'm what you read in those books, darling. Aspen Westgrove has spent her life pleasing others, more specifically her family. Growing up in Faircloud, Texas, she has come to love the roots she dug and wants to make a life for herself in the place she calls home. Aspen aspires to be a romance author to create stories of love to share with other readers like herself, but there is one small problem. She has never been in love. After losing her job at the local coffee shop, Aspen is now left to wonder how she will navigate the sudden change and make her dreams of writing finally come true. Boone Cassidy is Faircloud's resident bachelor and ranch hand on his family's land who's been causing chaos in town since he was a boy. When his sister leaves town, he and his family are forced to find a solution to keep their farm stand running in her absence. Timing and fate align, pushing Boone to offer Aspen an opportunity she can't refuse. When the reformed bad boy and the shy bookworm come together to form an unexpected friendship, feelings are brought to the surface that neither of them know how to handle. That sounds cute and fun. Okay, next we've got the remainder of a series. I do already have the first book, and since I saw that they had the rest of the series, I just decided to pick it up, especially because I've read from this author before and liked the book that I read. And so we've got Wicked and Wildflower by Sarah A. Bailey. I'm going to say this one is the second book in the Pacific Shores series. I do have the first one already. It's called Heathen and Honeysuckle, so I'm excited to get into this one. Then we've got Reckless Roses, and this is another one. So like this series is a like prequel series to the series that I read. So it's like, this is like first gen, and the other book that I read is like second gen. So like these are like the parents of the people in that book that I read already. So it'll be interesting to go back and read about the parents. And then finally we've got Vice and Violet in this series. And yeah, so I'm excited to have the completed series of that. And then I also got this new release, which I did have my eye on when it was like announced, I think, or like when it had just come out, and I didn't pre-order it or anything, but I did pick it up, and that is Good for Her by Tyler Page. And this is I think this is like a dark rom-com situation. So this one says, Hollywood loves a comeback. Too bad Evie Reyes doesn't come back to play nice. 5 years ago, she watched her mother, an iconic final girl, die on the set of Simon Says. Now she's back on the same studio lot cast as the lead in the reboot no one asked for, but Evie's not here for fame. She's here for revenge, and she's got 6 names on her list. Sebastian Shaw is Hollywood's golden boy, a walking six-pack with just enough charm to disguise the fact that he's a professional liar. He also happens to be Evie's ex. When he finds out why she's really back, he doesn't try to stop her, he offers a deal. He'll get her access to each of the men she wants to confront in exchange for 6 chances to sleep with her. Oh. No feelings, no strings, definitely no dates. As bodies pile up and the on-set accidents get harder to explain away, Evie walks a razor-thin line between staying alive and getting justice, and Sebastian, he might be the only person who sees her clearly and the one person she can't afford to trust. This final girl isn't just surviving, she's stealing the whole damn show. So I had seen this around, and so it sounded like it was going to be something that I would enjoy. So I picked this one up. But these are the books that I was able to get with my $100 gift card that I won from the giveaway. And I'm super excited to have all of these. And I'm super excited to read them. These all sound like something that I'm really going to enjoy and right up my alley. So I cannot wait to pick these up. So yeah, I am definitely going to have to log all of these in my Notion. I know I was like, oh, you know, book buying ban this, book buying ban that. And like, I have definitely really kind of slowed down on my book buying so far this month, but I still have had books coming in, obviously because of like pre-orders, and then of course I won this giveaway and things like that. So it looks like my number is still going to be pretty high for the month, but it's looking like it might be a little bit lower than some previous months, and that's all I can really hope and ask for. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to log these all in my Notion, and I'm going to continue reading Rights of the Starling and hopefully finish it this evening, so that way I can go ahead and get my rating to you guys on what I thought about it. I will say my thoughts on it, and I know I kind of gave a reading update already on like how far I got in, but I must say that my thoughts on this are still kind of the same. There is so much traveling in this book, and it's just not something that I love reading about. And there was a lot of traveling in the first one too, but it seemed like after we got where we were going, we were there for a little while. But with this one, like, we just don't ever really seem to get where we're supposed to be going. So I don't know, I'm just having a hard time with all of the moving around that our characters are doing. I feel like it's so hard to establish the characters in the plot when that happens, because like obviously traveling can be the plot, and it's just not a plot that I love. That's not to say that this is a bad book or I'm not enjoying myself, but I just prefer books that don't have so much traveling in them. So I just don't really know what I'm gonna rate this, and I'm hoping that I like it. Like, it's fine so far, but it's definitely like not 5 stars. Rights of the Starling, and I'm giving this book 3 stars. So this, I feel like, was a filler book. It felt like a filler book to me. I feel like we got quite a big reveal, and it definitely went in a direction that I wasn't expecting. Like, yeah, I will say, like, we got kind of a reveal about who Caspia really was, and it was not something that I was expecting. It definitely was a direction that I wasn't expecting, and I did like it, but I was starting to get frustrated because this book has quite a few things in it that personally are not my favorite and are not like to my reading taste, or not things that I personally enjoy in books. And so it made it a little hard for me to want to continue reading this book, because there are like 2 major things that I just don't love in books that happen in this book. And I'm trying not to like spoil anything, of course, because, you know, I never want to, you know, spoil any of the books that I talk about. But yeah, this just had a couple things in it that tend to not be my favorite type of plot points. So I feel like that kind of did a disservice for me. It did also feel kind of slow in some places, and some things just felt kind of like pointless, and maybe there will be, you know, more into that like later on in like the next book and things. So I'm definitely interested to continue on in the series. Like, I definitely will be reading the next book, and I don't think that this was a bad book per se, but I just think that there were some things in it that aren't typically my favorite and aren't really for me. But of course, I love W. Perry's writing, like always. Like, so I definitely will, you know, continue to read from her. But unfortunately, just this book in and of itself, not my favorite. But that is my view on Rides of the Starling, and that is the last book that I'm gonna be reading for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I'll have all my social media in the description. Use some high points if you have any, and if you've made it to this point in the video, leave the tree emoji to let me know that you made it to the end of this video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.